are going to be talking today about how to create that compelling title. There's 3 ways to create this killer title and why that is important. So this is an absolute important thing to pay attention to. I see so many health coaches make the mistake of writing this stellar workshop, and then the title doesn't actually reflect what they're going to be learning. So when I first started to give workshops, my first workshop was my sugar talk, which I still give today, probably my most popular workshop. And I called it Sugar Blues. And what I found is that I was explaining to everybody what it was all about. Like, yeah, so if you come, you're going to learn about how it's not about willpower or discipline. It's really about knowing what causes those cravings, and you're going to be able to kick your sugar habit. And as I'm like saying this and talking about sugar addiction, I thought, okay, I need to change the title. You will not be able to get in front of everybody to explain what your workshop's all about. You need to explain it in just that title. So if you're just coming live here, whether you're on Facebook or Zoom, please put your name in. Let me know where you're tuning in from. I would love to hear from you. And I would love to hear some of your titles from your workshops too, and then we can workshop them live right on the spot. So one of the first things you want to do is when you think about that core subject that is directly related to your health coaching niche, right? So for example, if you are working with menopausal women, you don't really want to have a workshop that's about teen athletes, right? Because then you're not going to be getting the right types of people in the audience to convert to potentially your new clients. Now, I just want to point out, I do paid workshops, and sometimes I will take a workshop that I already have, for example, maybe reducing stress. And if I'm getting hired to do it for teenagers or for older adults in a nursing home, I'm going to tweak that. And I'm going to put that specific thing that in the title so they know it's for them. And I don't have the goal of getting any of those people as my future clients because I'm just getting paid outright by that company, by that organization. For today's mini workshop, we're going to be focusing more on the public workshops. So the workshops that you write, you create, or maybe you purchase a done for you workshop, maybe from Workshops Done Academy from me. But you have this workshop and then you decide what's going to be the best title to get the right people in it. So why is it important? It's important because we want to have every seat full. So if it's an in-person workshop, my goal is to have to drag some chairs from somewhere else to have theater style behind everything. I want every single seat full because I know that I'm making the biggest impact. I'm inspiring other people to see what's possible, to help them with some action for change. But I also just don't want, again, a room full of teenage males when I'm looking, my target is women over 40, right? So we want to have that title explain to them to say, this is who it's for. So then you have the right type of people in the audience. And so it's important to get the title right so that you have them in the audience and you can speak directly to them. And then you can convert them over to paying clients. And it's amazing what it does to your confidence. One, you have a full, workshop room, or maybe if it's a virtual workshop, you have your goal of 50 people and you're like, wow, I reached it. And then you have people that want to talk to you about coaching or your coaching program in a group program. That is the ultimate. I love that feeling. It's just this high. And this last week, I gave in-person workshops. Haven't done that for a long time with COVID, but I was a workshop with a breakout. So I did morning breakouts and afternoon breakouts, and it was on mental health and coping in the face of uncertainty for the hospitality industry. So it was amazing. So the first thing is, when you need those 3 things to come up with that killer title, you need to think about, what do you know that has provided you and your clients with results that you can share with the world, right? So pick a topic, pick something that you have successfully done before. What problems do your clients have that you could write a workshop on? What are the things that your clients are complaining to you about? I've written over 30 wellness workshops, and I would say about 90 to 95% of them are inspired by my clients, that we're talking and I'm realizing the knowledge, the lack of knowledge that they have on a subject like kicking sugar. And I don't want my sessions to be about me talking. I want to be able to listen to them and help them get aha moments. And so I would say, would it be helpful if I wrote a workshop about reducing stress, about how to kick the sugar habit, all these different problems? And they're like, yes. So I love asking that question, even in just a health history right away, about we want to find out what problem they wish they could have solved, right? So it's like, if you had this magic wand and in 6 months a problem can be solved, what problem would you wish for, right? That is such a magical question. So just ask your clients, what's going on? Your workshop needs to solve a specific problem, and that also needs to offer the results that your ideal client is going to crave. So think about what you need for your client for them to show up. So is there a question that you get asked all the time? Like for me, I get asked a lot about sugar and stress. I get asked a lot about how to shop and not have to spend all their money to get organic and grass-fed beef and all this. What are some of the tips? What are some things about how to sleep more deeply at night? How to get more quality sleep? So really listen so that you can teach them something and show them what's possible. So that first one is, we need to have that topic, right? That workshop that's going to solve a problem. And this is not a lecture that you're giving. This is a workshop, right? So you are going to give them some results. So the second thing is that you need to be specific. So you have to say the results. I see so many people they're vague in their title. And I think a lot of health coaches think, well, if I'm vague, then I'm going to attract more people. And I don't want people to feel that this isn't for them. I want to make sure everyone feels welcome. And that is with a good heart. And I absolutely did that at first as well. But people are going to say, oh, I already know that. But when you actually give specifics in the title, and we're going to go through exact examples, they're going to say, this is for me. This is a workshop that's just for me. I absolutely need to come. And I like to think about like that stupid yes, like make it so easy for them to say, yes, I absolutely need to come. That is something that I have an issue with and I need that to be solved. So sometimes a workshop title can be also too clever. So I like clever, but just think about your audience. Are they going to understand it when you are clever? So the right people, meaning the potential clients that you're going to have. So what do you hope that these people are going to be able to do or to learn when they leave your wellness workshop? What is that desired outcome that you want to have from your clients, right? So think about that. Don't make it too broad. Yes, you might think that they're going to get more people, but that is absolutely the opposite effect when you have a generic workshop title like sugar blues or sugar addiction, right? The title needs to be focused, it needs to be narrowed, and it needs to speak directly to your ideal client. So you want your title to speak to your potential client to say yes when they hear it. So the title of your workshop is what they're going to be able to learn to do. So start to brainstorm some new titles. So the third thing that you need to do is to use power words. And these power words might elicit curiosity. That one always gets me. It might be a power word that's going to be like a headline. So it's going to be more of a shocking, maybe it's going to be secrets or myths or things like that. So I like to provide my students in workshops and academy with tons of examples, like with tagline power words, with title power words. So maybe it's 101. Maybe it's complete. These are power words that have been proven to get people's attention. So proven is also one of those words. So fast. People love fast, quick. Formula. They want to know the formula, the roadmap, the step-by-step, the process, the system that you're going to teach them, right? They want to know about freedom, the freedom from cravings, the freedom, right? How to is probably my favorite. Masterclass. I love saying masterclass. Powerful, proven, signature, secrets. So ultimate, different things like that. So some of the things you could say is like blank mistakes to avoid blank. Blank steps to achieve something else. Like 5 pitfalls to avoid this, right? There's lots of different formulas. 5 easy steps to kick the sugar habit and boost energy, right? You can use these formulas. How many ways? 10 ways, 10 easy steps to what? The ultimate workshop 2. The secret behind what? Everything you need to know about this. Get rid of your something once and for all. 5 little known ways to something. Do you see how these formulas, how they elicit that curiosity? So your title could give your ideal client that curiosity that they need to find out more. They're like, oh my goodness, what don't I know? I need to come and I need to find out what it is so you can show them what they don't know. So maybe it's a headline statement like the how-tos. So those are going to be focus titles. So I just have a few here, like how to kick the sugar habit is one of my most popular workshops. And so I have, this is going to sound crazy, but I've written over 100 titles for that one workshop. One, because also health coaches purchase this workshop. And so I want them to have so many titles that they're going to say, that is the one that's going to speak to my clients. But also, I need to make it fresh. I've been giving the same workshop for years. And so it's nice to mix up the title so that they see, oh, it's a little bit different. So how to kick your sugar habit and find freedom. Remember, freedom is one of those words from your cravings. Kick the sugar habit, how to lose weight, increase energy, and mentally boost your brain. I'm telling you the results right there. How to kick the sugar habit and overcome your sugar addiction naturally, right? There's so many. I'm trying to think of some other things here. I have some written down. Some other ways is to use, I love using the word secrets in my title because it's that nobody really can resist wanting to learn a secret, like those best kept secrets, right? You're offering your audience your insider tricks that they crave. So you want to hear my best kept secrets for writing winning workshop titles? Yeah, like of course you do, right? So think about, a number. So you could say your 7 best kept secrets to kick the sugar habit for good. And by the way, I'm talking about titles for your in-person workshops or virtual workshops. These titles are also, I use these same types of formulas for my PDF, for my lead magnets, for my free workshop courses that I give. So there's lots of different ways that you can do this. Kicking sugar addiction and getting healthy with 10 top secret tips. My life-changing secret tips, right? So my secret formula to kick sugar and to boost energy. My little known secrets of how to kick sugar in 5 days. And guess what? I use a lot of things of how to kick sugar in 5 days because I have a 5-day Whole Foods cleanse. And in 5 days, they really do kick sugar. So you need to have that title related to whatever program you're going to pitch, if you're going to do that. So if you are talking about health coaching one-on-one, or maybe you have a group program like I do, like an online detox program, it needs to relate so that when you transition from giving the education, which is about the first 35 to 40 minutes, you transition, and it's this sweet secret of how to transition. It's really nice. Then you go into the opportunity to work with you. And so it's wonderful when the title also talks about they can kick sugar habit in 5 days. And guess what? I have a program for them. And so I want them to sign up on the spot. So sometimes those titles could be headline titles. So kick the sugar habit, and then it'd be like : the real cause of sugar cravings finally revealed. and they can do like parentheses and what you can do, right? 5 steps to boost your metabolism and lose weight. 10 foods to reduce reduce pain and inflammation. Be specific to your audience. So for example, a lot like my stress busters, I have given my reducing stress workshop to so many different markets. So for example, this one, stress busters, 20 easy ways to reduce stress at work and be happy. We know that that's going to be people that are working full-time in the workforce, right? The next one, stress busters, So it's all called stress busters, but the tagline says who I want to come. Self-care instead of selfies, simple tips to reduce stress for teens. So I'm saying I want the teenagers to show up. I've done a lot of stress busters in our middle school and our high school here. So I like to have titles that speak to the teenagers for them to get excited. Now this one is stress busters, managing stress in teens and adolescents, for parents. So we know that people are looking at that and they're saying, oh, I am a parent of a teenager or an adolescent. This is a workshop that's for me. So make sure you come up and take every little step here of taking a topic and that you are passionate about, something that you have helped somebody solve or you've helped yourself solve, right? We have to have a problem and a result. So be specific, say the results in the title. Don't be vague or clever. And the last one is to use those power words. So use things to elicit curiosity, have a headline to evoke that, oh my gosh, I need to show up, to make that yes. This is going to increase those butts in the seats. It's going to increase people to sign up. And we all know the #1 way to grow your email list is to do webinars and workshops, because then when they sign up, you get their email address. But it's not like you're just giving them a freebie. They're going to come and spend an hour with you, to know you, to like you, to trust you. So it's going to fast track you to get your clients. If I didn't have workshops, I would not have clients. That's just a fact. And you need to have those right people to show up. So I want to hear from you. Was this helpful to you? Come into the chat, whether you're on Zoom or Facebook. Let me know what aha moment you had. If you have a title that you want to workshop, press it, put it in there. We just have a couple more minutes. I'm so glad that you are here. Hello, hello, hello. I'm just reading all the chats. Okay, so Julia, she says, hi, you're awesome. Thank you, Julia. So are you. How do you give clients the info they want? That you've said, they want, that you said you'll deliver from the workshop and still have something extra to promise. So, there is a sweet science to this, and it's something that I still work on, is that we want to give them the results of that it's possible to do this, because we know that in 40 minutes, we actually can't solve that problem, right? That it would be a disservice if we gave them so much information that they thought that they could do it on their own to kick sugar, because we know that that's not possible. So you might have this title and it's a 6-week program, but most likely you're going to have the free workshop, and then it's going to be offering them an invitation to go deeper. And this is how they're going to keep the sugar habit for good, right? You're offering that. Now you're going to give them action items. And for all of my workshops, it has nothing to do with me. It's all about them. So I'm focusing on their aha moments, and that they need to pick one action item at the end of each workshop that they're going to implement. And so I talk about that low-hanging fruit. Like, what have you done before that you've been successful with? Maybe you do this a little bit and you can do it a little bit more. So I'm saying pick one action item, start it, feel good about yourself, right? Have that momentum going. Then you pick the next one. So maybe you're giving them 10 tips, then they're going to keep going. Now, some people, they may actually be able to do this all by themselves, but most people are going to need additional help. And that's where health coaching comes in. So let me know, Julia, if that answered that question. And Renee says, the science is sleep, why it's important, and how to achieve a good night's rest. Oh, Renee, I love it. I love it. So you can talk about the science of sleep, or you can talk about the secrets of sleep and why it's important and how to achieve a good night's sleep. Yeah, okay, so Julia's saying that's perfect. Yeah, sleep is one. And Renee, I know she has bought my Secrets to Sleep Done For You workshop. And there are, I don't know if you even saw, because I know you just got that workshop, but there are a lot of alternative titles. So definitely look at those titles. But I love, Renee, what you did is that you're talking about, it's definitely, they know that they're going to be talking about sleep, and they want to know how to achieve that good night's rest, right? Almost everyone's saying that. The one thing is why it's important. I don't know if that needs to be in the title. I absolutely have it in the workshop, why it's critical to get sleep when we talk about brain function and all weight loss, everything. But people don't always, when they're coming, they just want to get a good night's sleep, right? That is the main thing. And so to talk about why they want to have that good night's sleep. So that's it. I'm just going to go into Facebook just to see if there's any questions here that might need to be answered. Yeah, so hello. Lots of people here too. Yeah, Sarah's saying survey them. I love that. So what I tell my students is, because you get about 100 different alternative titles for every workshop, to take a highlighter and look through and pick out like your top 5 that you're like, oh my gosh, that speaks to my client. And then put it in a Facebook poll to say, which one would you attend? So one, you're getting some great intel. So I love that, Sarah, like poll them. But 2, you're selling. You're telling them like, hey, I have this workshop coming up and it's about kicking sugar. And then there's these 5 different titles and they're like, ooh, I'm going to boost energy. Okay, oh, I might lose weight. Okay, oh, I'm going to control my moods. Oh, I'm going to have freedom. Okay, so you're listing all these things so that they know that this is something that's going to be coming up too. So Ruby's saying meal prepping, and then she's saying 6 simple ways for professionals to meal prep. This is the key. She has in parentheses, without the overwhelm. Yes, and Ruby, I think you hit it on the nail, is that when I hear my clients, when we talk about meal prep, it is overwhelm. That is the number one word I hear. And so you need to have that in your title. So there has been studies, and I don't know why this is, but people are more attracted to odd numbers. So to have 3 secrets, 5 myths, 7 simple ways, 9, you can use 10 as well. But so if you're thinking about, maybe you could do 5 simple ways or 7 simple ways, the mind does see that more often. So you'll notice when you are maybe getting a program, buying a program or something, that it's $9.97. It's $5.97, right? There's like odd numbers at the end. And it's just about psychology, about how we perceive that. Let's see. Stephanie's saying, yes, this is very helpful. So I think it sends my title packing. Stephanie, and I love it, because the first step, we know with any problem, it's awareness. And that awareness is saying, whoa, I need to spend some more time on my title. I hate when I hear a health coach say, I have spent the last month writing this workshop, promoting it and doing everything, and then all who shows up is their mom and their spouse, maybe a friend. No, we need to get new blood, right? Whether it's showing up online or showing up in person. Stephanie saying nurturing isn't just for kids. Oh, I think you're saying, nurturing isn't just for kids. Secrets to nurture yourself and others and relieve stress, anxiety, and depression. So Stephanie, I would definitely get more specific, because I'm not exactly understanding. I'm thinking that you're saying it's for adults, but I don't know if you need the nurturing isn't just for kids. If it's about self-care, then I would say, secrets to self-care. And maybe even saying the ultimate guide to your self-care something like that. And by the way, those power words, like I put them right here on my desk because I'm doing this constantly, whether it's on my weekly, videos here, whether it's putting out a new lead magnet. We always need to have these words. So you are talking about maybe that it's like the step-by-step system or different things like that. So Stephanie, next week, let's get on with our group coaching session. That's just for the workshops done students. And let's really workshop that title so we can come up with something that's going to work for you. Okay. And for your clients. So, yeah, 7 secrets. Okay, that sounds good. 7 secrets to nurture. Yes, I love that. I don't know about if ask and poll your clients if nurture or if self-care would be best, because I don't know if that's going to, again, sometimes when we're clever, it makes sense to us because we're in that role, but we need to think about people who aren't studying this all the time. So when you talk about nurturing, what else does that mean when you have that? So, but we can talk more about that. So thank you guys so much for showing up today. I'm just going to quick look to make sure that there isn't a question that I missed. And just let you know, if you missed any of my past workshops that I do weekly, you can go to workshopsdone.com/video. And I will put a link in the Facebook and here so that you can go to it and you can see all the different ways that you can see these. But thank you so much for showing up. Take care, everybody. I will be back here next Wednesday, always at 12 o'clock Pacific time, 3 o'clock Eastern time. And next week, we're going to be talking about how to launch a program mindfully. I was working with a coach last week, and when we talked about all the different things she needed to do for the launch, we talked about how to also get enough sleep and still make your home cooked meals and be there for your kids. Because when we do a launch, it can, and I have done this, I have been up till 3 in the morning doing things. So I've learned the mistakes. And now after years of doing this, I've figured out like the secret science to hear I'm saying some of those proven power words to that. So next week, show up. And I would love to hear your concerns when you are writing a workshop and you're pitching a program and you're launching, how that makes you feel. Do you feel overwhelmed? And how can you do it mindfully instead? So thank you guys so much. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.